back into the lane. And you see right there what their pressure does is causes turnovers.
Miles Weaver.
Right here, you can catch it.
Upper Sandusky.
Right there on the semi-break. No hesitation.
Triway forces the turnover. Things are a little sloppy right now, Jay.
I saw Jacob getting after his brother John a little bit right there about not moving. There comes Dad.
5:24 to go in the first quarter at Value City Arena. It's the Division II state championship game, and we are all tied up at 6.
Good start of the basketball game. Both teams competing. Anytime you play in this atmosphere, the first 4 or 5 minutes, you really don't know what you're going to get. These guys are, once they settle in here a little bit, I think we'll start to see a little better basketball.
The Do-It-Yourself Network has teamed up with O&N to bring you dozens of great step-by-step projects on air and online. You can log on to OhioNewsNow.com for more information and program listings. Jay, just a couple of minutes into this thing, it's all tied up, but do you think that's maybe a confidence boost already for Triway?
I think it is. I think that they've now probably feel like that they can play in this basketball game. They've taken some blows early, and their confidence is, hey, we can handle that. But Upper Sandusky is going to play this way the whole basketball game, keep coming after you.
Link Rotman flips it up with the right hand, doesn't get it. Rebound to Jon Deibler. John inside to Aaron Weatherow. Rebound comes down to Ryan Whitmer. Upper Sandusky tied at the end of its first quarter in the semifinals against Dayton Dunbar. They didn't blow that one open for a little while.
Yeah, they were a little unsettled the first quarter in that basketball game also.
McKaylee, nice little move, puts it in with the left hand.
Now, he's the one that got them started in the semifinals with making a couple shots and relaxing the rest of the guys.
He's an all-around player. He'll be a quarterback next year at Mount Union.
Very solid. Good-looking young man.
Turnover, and then right back. Brenneman. Dumps it off to McCartney, and it's up and in.
There's one of those layups again. Don't want to give too many of those up, but if you're going to try to pressure that way and turn the ball over, you're going to give some of those up at times.
Brock England with a pass to McKaylee. Another little jump shot. He loves that glass. Players don't like to use that backboard, Jay, but it's there to help.
Oh, it's a very good shot. Nice play right here.
Jamie Brenneman driving to the basket. Triway really forcing the issue here.
Well, they're attacking it, and their coach talked about that. Coach Snoddy talked about when they get it down there, if they have an opening, they want to take the ball to the basket. They've had some relatively easy shots here even early that they haven't knocked down, and they're certainly still in this basketball game. When you talked about McKaylee, too. What he is, he's that type of role player. When you've got those stars, and you really look at those guys, and now sometimes he can find his openings, especially early in games.
Jamie Brenneman at the free throw line, terrific in the semifinal win over Columbus Linden McKinley. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He was 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from behind the line. He played a terrific game and was on the floor for 31 minutes. We have 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and we were all tied up 10-10 in the Division II state championship game.
Association of Public School Employees, and by STAND. Stand up, speak out against tobacco.
Upper Sandusky attempting to become the 3rd team since 1971 to finish undefeated in Division II or AA. Winning a state championship, Napoleon did it in 1981, Manchester, behind Big Mike Phillips, who went on to Kentucky back in 1974. But they're having trouble right now holding on to the ball, Jay.
Yeah, 8 out of their 10 points are off of turnovers from Upper Sandusky, so they've been able to attack after turnovers.
Weaver with a 3-pointer. He's 6'7", but he has that kind of range. Link Rotman gets the rebound, and Triway on the move. Rotman to the basket, and he is called for a charge, and that is personal number 3. On Link Rotman.
That's a big call right there. I'd like to see that again. That also would have been the second foul on Deibler.
He is the man that Triway is really counting on, and now he is out with 3 personal fouls.
That's pretty good position right there. Looked like a pretty good call.
Link had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists in the semifinal win over Linden McKinley. He's out, and now his teammates need to pick it up. Shot up and good by Brock England.
Well, and the role players need to step up and make shots.
Darius Wallace has the ball for Triway. Jock Rotman checked in for his brother Link. Jock wearing number 30, wide open under the basket right now. Jamie Brenneman loses it, gets it back. And there's Jock Rotman.
Tough to get into your sets right here because they're out defending you so hard. Need to get it in the middle. Get it into the middle. Coach talked about it. Let's get it into the middle of the lane and then to be able to try to make a play, whether knock it in or make the pass.
Ryan Whitmer hit it on the other end, coming right back. Jacob Deibler for 3.
They'll break your heart with those because if you turn around, they're going to be right back at you.
Jock Rotman loses it out of bounds. Jacob Deibler loses it over at the scorer's table.
They're going after it.
That didn't tickle.
He's looking at his hand.
And holding his stomach.
Pretty tough kid.
Just like his brother, he's going to Valparaiso. But he'll be there next year.
Yeah.
John has a couple of years to go. He's already committed.
When his dad talked about what a great coach he thinks he's going to be. Very headsy.
Deibler ahead to Deibler. And John lays it up and in.
Here's one of those runs. This is what Triway can't have happen.
Darius Wallace handling the pressure very well. Dribbles right down the floor, pulls it back out. Whitmer to the basket, no good. Jock Rotman knocks it around, Weaver gets the ball. Jacob Deibler.
Always got his head
to
up.
McKaylee, got it.
Great pass right to a great court vision. Got his head up, he's looking for the open man.
Upper Sandusky is on a roll. It's an 8-0 run for the Rams, and they lead it 20-12 with 2:03 to go in the first quarter, Jay.
And that's one of those runs right there that we talked about. Again, terrific assist man. Talk about point guards. Keep your head up, find the open shooter. He found McKaylee on the wing. Terrific left-handed stroke. You see it here again. Confidence. Kids, you're watching that shot. That's what you want it to look like.
If Upper Sandusky can come out, find its tempo early, Jay, it's going to be a very, very difficult ball game for Triway because this is not a team you catch up against.
Well, and you talked about it earlier. Triway was able to hang around, and we felt like had some confidence, which I think they do, and the coach is over there talking about that right now. Hey, let's take our time. They have to make them pay when they get the ball down at the end of the press. They have to be able to finish some of those layups, and they've missed 3 or 4, and Upper Sandusky is going to keep coming at you. You see right here, an 8-0 run for Upper Sandusky, and that's what they do to you.
In 40-some seconds.
Oh, geez, that's what they do to you.
I think that coincides just about when Link Rotman went out of the game with his 3rd personal foul.
But then you as a player want to look up and have it easy to come in.
5 seconds to call. Ryan Whitmer not able to find anyone open, and the Rams get it right back.
Well, when some teams get leads, they kind of pull back. This team we saw in the semis doesn't. They keep going after you.
Rock England missed. Rebound to Ryan Whitmer. And quickly, out is Jeff McCartney. Puts it up and in.
They can pay at the other end. Good look ahead.
Jacob Deibler to brother John. That's easy. That is way too easy.
That's terrific basketball. Keep your head up again. See the floor. Throw it over. Then you throw it there. Now if they guard that, your wingmen are open.
How about Jacob looking off the pass too, Jay?
Yeah, great spacing right there. That's what you talk about. Good, solid, fundamental basketball. That's what this team's been able to do. You see some of his stats from the semifinals. 10 for 27 from the field. Started off very cold, but then when they needed him in that second and third quarters when he really stepped up big.
Both Deibler boys played every minute of the semifinal win over Dayton Dunbar. And that's even though they were up by 19 in the 4th quarter, Jay. Did they need some rest there, maybe?
They could have, but you look at the conditioning right here, and these guys impressed me. All these teams we've seen, just the conditioning that they have, these young men have, and be able to get out and defend like they are right now on the ball. I'm tired watching them. And then they don't breathe heavy, and then, like you said, they're able to play.
They're a lot younger than
minutes.
us, Jay. Yeah. That's why.
So the game has changed.
Triway being very patient now. They can run the half-court set. Pretty versatile on offense.
And again, you can see because of the trapping and the jump help, you really cannot get into sets.
But they turn it over. Ryan Whitmer knocks it out of bounds. Rams basketball.
You really have to depend on just being able to play, reading the defense, getting the ball in the middle, make dribble penetration, handling the basketball. You're not going to be able to run different, like Princeton offenses are running the flex or much of a motion, you're going to have your guys in certain spots, get it in the middle, and hope they can create and make baskets.
Rams on an 11-2 run since Link Rotman went out with his 3rd personal foul. Shot up by Jacob Deibler, no good. Miles Weaver with the rebound.
And they've got size in there too, as you can see right there, be able to rebound.
Triway handles the pressure that time. Shot up by Whitmer, doesn't get it. Tip up, no. Rebound, Jon Deibler.
This is the tempo Upper Sandusky wants right here. Up and down, head up.
Let it fly. Good rebound by England. But he stepped on the line, and it's out of bounds.
Fun basketball to watch, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
They're not worried, and the Coach Deibler talked about it. He doesn't yell at anybody. He doesn't bring them out of the game. Whoever can shoot, they create their own shots. He says they got to read the defense and understand. He said, play hard, hustle.
One part of his philosophy I found really interesting, Jay. He said, young men have choices galore in life. They should have choices on the basketball court, and he gives them the choices. They can put up the shot. There is no bad shot in this offense. If they know that they're a little better shooting from 15 feet, then they should work for that shot.
Well, what I like about it, too, is that they take chances. They take the chances. They're not afraid to take chances and risks. And we see a traveling out of bounds right here, a turnover back over to Upper Sandusky.
Not after a basket. Ryan Whitmer's not allowed to move, and the Rams get the ball right back. They're up by 11. And a traveling call on the Rams.
Slid the feet while he was on the ground. Good hustle in there again.
That's Aaron Weatherall.
But here comes Upper Sandusky right back at you. As soon as you get it, a turnover, and here they are right back in your face, trying to pressure the basketball.
Back in the game with 3 personal fouls, Link Rotman.
You can see the turnovers, Triway 9 and Upper Sandusky 7. Triway just needs to be able to finish at the end. Right here is another opportunity for him.
Wallace fouled from behind by Jacob Deibler.
Upper Sandusky does their press not only for turnovers, and we did this when I played, not only just for turnovers, but to make the pace of the game faster. You see it right here. Got a foul coming from behind, good take to the basket right there. They want to get the game going at their speed. Not only turnovers, but get the game. Quick shots. Must take the ball to the basket, must finish. Don't settle for 14, 15-foot jumpers. And you're not going to see a lot of three-pointers today by Triway because of the way this Upper Sandusky team plays, the way they trap, that you got to take the ball to the basket strong and try to create.
Both point guards in a little bit of foul trouble right there. Jacob Deibler on the floor with 2 personal fouls. Link Rotman now back out of the game with 3 personal fouls. Jon Deibler inside to Weaver, and he is fouled by McCartney.
Nice look right there again. Get it on the high low. Throw it to John on the high post and slash to the basket. And when you try to guard the perimeter, and that's what happens when you make a couple of those perimeter shots, that's when your guys flash into the basket are open.
Jared Snell in the game, and the foul's on Jared Snell. Weaver at the free throw line. This is the first one. 25-15 is our score. Link Rotman coming back in for the final 7 seconds. Coach Deibler yelling at his guys. How about bringing Link back in right now, even just with 7 seconds left? Obviously, they want him to handle the ball, Jay, but that's tough.
Yeah, that's, I guess they think on the offensive end he's not going to get a foul and get a charge, but
he did. He picked up 1 charge today.
When at this point down 25-10, I think he wants to keep it close here in the first quarter.
3.6 seconds for the Titans to do something. Jamie Brenneman trying to put up the shot. There it goes. Doesn't get it. Was a good first quarter for the Upper Sandusky Rams. Greg McKaylee hitting a couple of shots, including a big 3-quarter, and the Rams lead it by 10. It's 25-15 over Triway. Trouble here in Value City Arena. Link Rotman with 3 personals in the first quarter, and Keith Deibler's son Jacob with 2 personals. And Jay, what do you do now if you're Keith Snoddy and your star point guard has 3 personals and you want to get back into this game?
Well, they want to keep it close. They're down 10 right here. I know going into halftime, they probably want to have that if they can.
Jamie Brenneman inside doesn't hit. Jon
under
Deibler
10
with the
points.
rebound.
You got to finish those right there against this defense when you get in that close.
McKaylee, no. Rebound, Link Rotman.
But when they took Rotman out there after his 3rd foul, Upper went on a 13-5 run, so he obviously means a lot to this team.
Rotman throws it away. McKaylee intercepts. Over to Brock England. Brenneman flips it down the floor. England tracks it down. Boy, Upper Sandusky just forces you to play a hectic style of game. You almost have to go along with it, Jay.
It's just ugly. They make it ugly, and you know, Triway, another turnover right here.
Miles Weaver hit the first one. Jon Deibler gets that one, and the lead is 14. Jeff McCartney couldn't hit.
You almost have to be able to create when you get in that lane, whether it's to make that shot or be able to kick it off. You can see some of the first quarter stats right here.
And Triway, a team that put up about 15 three-pointers a game, Jay.
Yeah, they don't get a three-pointer off. And again, that's Upper style. They're going to get out and press you and get on you so hard, but you're not really going to get three-pointers. You got to be able to break the defense down. Here's the first one of the game.
Brenneman off the side of the board. Darius Wallace keeps it alive. Link Rothman off the glass, gets the bounce.
Big shot right there. And that's why you got him in there.
Upper Sandusky throws it away.
And again, we've talked about, they're going to continue to attack you, whether they're up 15, whether they're up 30. Now, that sometimes can play into your hand, also can sometimes maybe let teams sneak back in on you if you start missing some shots or getting a little bit careless.
Yeah, you kind of feel for Triway right now that they're on the brink of being blown out of this game, and then just something like that happens, they score, they get a turnover, and they seem a little bit more composed.
Right there again, get into the lane, makes it a tough shot. When they're coming at you, they scramble so well and they come at you. And they've got good athletes. This team, this is Upper Sandusky, this is a style of play.
Jacob Deibler, a little deep.
I really think for this Upper Sandusky team, this style of play they got is terrific, and it's suited for these players. These guys are very good athletes. They've got a couple star, true hard-nosed basketball players that are diehards. It's very tough if you don't have this kind of talent to probably be able to try to run something like this in this type of system.
Yeah, you would have to have some terrific players to pull this off.
Well, and conditioning also, and athletes and size, and be able, guys to be able to run and understand the concepts of how you want to play.
Triway hitting just 35% of its shots. And the defense having a lot to do with that.
And then they step back that time and put a little bit of a different look on them. They press you full court. Now they go back to a three-quarter court trying to a trapping defense and get the turnover.
Deibler to Deibler on the inbound. 8 backcourt turnovers now for Triway in this game. Dumps it inside to Weaver. Very nice pass by Aaron Wetherell.
And see, that's where that trip defense is tough, when you only have one guy back on the bottom of that defense.
Rothman over to Brenneman. Tough little 12-foot baseline shot, doesn't go.
Those are those tough in-between shots that they rush you a little bit.
Traveling the call, Rams turn it over again.
And they force you to play their style. And they're used to playing this. They're in condition to do this for 32 minutes. The other teams, not necessarily. Here's another turnover.
Jon Deibler, baseline a little short, gets his own rebound. Jacob, way cross court to Wetherell. Why not? There it is. 3 for Aaron Wetherell.
Again, you can see why he has over 800 assists in his career. Just sees the floor so good.
Jacob knocks it out of bounds. Triway hangs on. 34-17. The Rams have doubled up the Titans.
And the way teams key on his brother Jon, then Jacob can now find the other players. Right here, you see it going over the top, find the open shooter. And because they're in that little bit of a zone defense, they let him go ahead and shoot it. Maybe because they're a little bit tired, they don't go out on him also.
Ryan Whitmer against Weaver, and Jon Deibler was out there too. Good pass inside. Brenneman can't hit it. Jacob Deibler with the rebound.
You're going to get the ball in the lane. They're not necessarily going to give you the layup. You're going to get in there and have some. They're going to try to make it tough on you.
Jon Deibler drives, lays it up and in. Well, you're anticipating that three-pointer so much, you go out on it. Boy, he's just right by you in a shot.
Well, they make a couple, or whether they make them or not, you feel like you got to get on them. Another steal right here.
Jacob Deibler runs the breaks for the Rams. Over to England, lays it up. No, but tipped in by Jon Deibler. The Upper Sandusky Rams are putting on a show.
They can feel it. They're running.
4:44 to go in the first half, and they are up by 21 points. It's 38-17, Jay.
Well, you can see right here where he can really get the ball to the middle. That jump stop that you teach guards Nice layup, but then his brother Jon comes from nowhere and gets the tip in. But good things happen when you take the ball to the basket. When you can get the ball to the middle of the floor, good things happen, whether it's offensive rebounds or whether it's baskets, and you saw it right there.
Jon Deibler, 6'6" sophomore.
Well, and Upper Sandusky right there with 8 steals have been able to convert a number of those into points, and that's why they're ahead right now, 38-17. Triway over there trying to regroup, and it's just that pressure defense and the type of game that Upper Sandusky wants to play. It's tough not to be able to play that. They make it so difficult on you.
Jon Deibler, 12 points, 7 rebounds. He's 5 of 8 from the field. Upper Sandusky on a 15-3 scoring run, and Triway needs to come up with something in a hurry here, Jay.
Well, I think the Upper Sandusky players, you can see it right there, the way they reacted during that timeout, that they can feel the state championship. Now is the point, can the Titans use that for their momentum, get themselves maybe back in this game a little bit by halftime, and hopefully that Upper becomes a little complacent here and they can make some shots.
Ryan Whitmer, nice move, takes it right to the basket.
You got to finish right there. Again, look up the floor.
They waste no time getting the ball down the floor, that's for sure. Greg McKaylee.
Too easy.
The 21-point lead. Roadman breaks the press. McCartney puts it in.
Nice job right there, under control, waited for the defense to pass.
Back and forth, back and forth. The tempo is quick in this one. Brock England inside, he's blocked by Brenneman.
They're still being able to get into the lane, get wherever they want to go, and you got to keep people out of the lane.
Link Roteman playing with 3 personals. That foul's not on him, much to the delight of everybody from Triway.
Well, and Triway right here taking the ball to the basket like they should right here, and I think you're right. A big part of this basketball game is not having this young man right here on the floor. What he can do for them, he gives them size, he's got strength, he can handle the basketball, averaging 15 points a game. And his coach talked about his character. And he doesn't feel pressure, and when he went out there in the first quarter with those 3 fouls, I really think that was a big momentum turn for the other team.
Well, he hit a free throw yesterday that put them in this championship game. He hit a jump shot with 4 seconds left to beat the big rival, Orville, and that was after losing to Orville in the regular season.
Another turnover right here.
Turn it over. 3:45 to go in the first half. It's Upper Sandusky 40, Triway 22 in the Division II state championship game.
Ready in advance.
Keith Snoddy's Triway Titans down by 18 points here in the quarter. But Jay Burson, if there's a team that might not panic in this situation, it might be Triway. Yesterday in the semifinals, down by 12 points in the first quarter to Lyndon McKinley.
Yeah.
They came back. They put together a 21-0 run. They were down by 10 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Came back to winning.
They certainly did. This is a team that the whole game against Lyndon McKinney, you point out, seemed to be on the ropes a number of different times, but always came back and found a way to win. They had went on a 21-0 run to end the first half to get themselves a little bit of a lead. But this is a team that believes that they can be here and still believes that they can compete and win this basketball game.
Jeff McCartney at the free throw line hits his first. He now has 7 points. Solid contributor Thursday in the win over Lyndon McKinley. Gets them both. That's 8 for McCartney. That's the lead to 16.
Well, they just want to try to chip into this thing. You can't get it all
can't
back
do it all
at one
at once,
time. And that's what, chip into this thing, get yourself gone into halftime. If you can get it in a reasonable number. I'm sure Upper Sandusky, on the other hand, is wanting to try to extend the lead.
Triway with a little 5-0 run, and they get the turnover. Jock Roteman over to Ryan Whitmer. Jock Roteman, Link's little brother, just a sophomore. Inside to Brenham and puts it up and in.
Oh, there
That's
it is.
a 7-0 run for Triway.
Get the ball to the middle.
Up and good by Wetherell.
Upper keep coming right back at you.
Ends the 7-0 scoring run for Triway.
Well, the Deibler brothers move in, but Upper Sandusky still had a solid basketball team. Before those guys moved in, they had a good, and you see that with some of the guys that are here. All you hear about is the Deibler boys somewhat because of what they've been able to do in probably Division I.
Let's go to Stephanie Menike. Stephanie?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Wendy Searfoss, who's with Upper Sandusky. Tell me high fives, shook their hands. It was just real exciting. The boys were, just amazing going by, smiling, waving. It made all those kids' day. And then, of course, we have the next day off school, so that was good, too.
Exactly. It sounds like they had a great showing, and obviously a lot of that support found its way here to Columbus.
Yes, definitely.
We'll send it on back to you guys.
All righty, Stephanie, thank you very much. Those days off school are always fun, aren't they, Jay?
Oh, yeah, anytime you get a day off school, come down and watch basketball, and that's a great community up there, I know, too. And
all three Deiblers in their first year at Upper Sandusky. They were at Fostoria last year. Keith hired at Upper Sandusky, brought a couple of players along with him.
Well, and he said he didn't think his system would be able to get into the team this quick, and maybe next year, but they certainly picked it up and played it very well.
McCartney behind the line, doesn't hit it. Jon Deibler up for the rebound. Ryan Whitmer controls. Link Rotman inside, and that foul goes against Jon Deibler.
Good rebounding right there. Triway's going to compete. That's what you like about these. And their coach talked about these are good men. They're right here, young men right here that are going to compete. Nice right there. Good rebound and take back to the basket. They're not going to give up.
That's the first personal on Jon Deibler. And Link Rotman at the line for two. Link with 3 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, but the big number for Link, those 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, you can tell he's the guy that
he makes it
the
happen.
glue. Yeah, he's the guy that really handles the pressure for these guys and can finish at the end of has the size and the ability to finish.
Jon Deibler fouled from behind by Ryan Whitmer. He's 6'6". We saw him down low right there getting that rebound. He's going to be the point guard on this team next year.
Well,
a 6'6" point guard coming off a year where he averaged 26 points a game, Jay.
Well, when most teams play somebody that big and they see him handling the basketball, you like piranha, you go after him. This guy make you pay because he can handle the ball right there in the middle. He showed it again. When you try to steal it from him, he's got ball handling skills of a small guard. Yep. And then you end up fouling him and getting him to the free throw line where he's a very good free throw shooter.
Well, when your dad has been a high school basketball coach for 32 years, you know that you grew up dribbling a basketball, right?
Well, he said his kids grew up in the gym and enjoy playing and play all year long and really enjoy the game of basketball, and you can see it.
Brenneman misses the three-pointer. Rebound to Brock England. Gets it out to Wetherell. Ahead to Jon Deibler. Aaron Wetherell. A little bit short on that. Ball out of bounds. It's Triway basketball.
And again, that's what Upper wants you to do. It looks like an open shot down here on the offensive end, but then you shoot it a little bit quicker, and then you don't get your feet set. Again, then they come right back at you with this full court pressure.
Triway with a huge crowd here. I wonder if there's anybody left in Shreve right now, Jay. My guess is no. And that is an offensive foul on Link Rotman, and that is number 4. He wasn't happy about that call at all.
Yeah, here it is right here. I'm going to have to watch this. I tell you what, he's in great position.
Sure was, wasn't he?
And that's what happens again with that press. They get you out of control. You beat the press because they're on you, you. When you get around them, now you're going a little bit faster than normal. Now you got to be able to stop and make plays at the end. Makes it very difficult on you.
Keith Snoddy having a couple of words with the officials. He's not happy with that call at all. His point guard is now out of the game with 4 personal fouls, and it may be a while before we see Link Rotman back in the game. But that's going to be a coaching decision, I would think, in the third quarter, Jay. They're going to be down. Well, they're down right now by 18 points.
Well, and he wants to keep this game close, you're right. So he's going to probably get him back in there to start the second half and try to make a little run at this thing.
It's a 19-point lead for the Rams.
The conditioning again of this Rams team is...
Well, both the Deiblers run cross country. Jacob played soccer. His dad said, it's the same thing as basketball. He was pretty good at it.
Well, you know, the McKaylee boys are football guys going to Mount Union, just good athletes. And
Greg McKaylee was the Division IV Offensive Player of the Year in football this year. Last year, the 2003 Defensive Player of the Year. How's that for a little versatility, huh?
Well, and like we said, you add in a couple stars, a couple Division I caliber basketball players into an already good Upper Sandusky team, and you see what happens. And then, again, a very good, solid Triway team who has just had some difficulty finishing some shots around the basket, but that's what Upper Sandusky does to you.
Wetherell gets another 3.
Nobody's afraid to shoot it.
Aaron Wetherell What a pretty good run. He has 8 points. Brenneman trying to get a little action inside. Instead, he travels and turns it over.
Well, they force you to go just a little bit faster than you're comfortable. Normally, you normally be able to break that press and get it down. Now the other team fades back and gets in to help defense. And you can see right here, Upper Sandusky been able to shoot the three-pointer, 5 of 11. And Triway's known for making some three-pointers themselves. But again, it's difficult to get open ones. Then when you do, you kind of rush them. You're not used to it. Nice play right here.
Jock Rotman inside, puts it in off the glass.
Nice look right there and conversion.
48-29, the Rams on top of the Titans.
And the Titans are kind of in that same defense that we talked about. It'd be interesting to see if they kind of come out of that turnover right there. Here maybe in the second half or what they do and play man-to-man or full zone. A technical foul right there on the coach.
Yep. Keith Snoddy has not been happy ever since that fourth personal was called on Link Rotman, and he picks up the technical foul.
Well, we had a great talk with both these coaches before the game. Both terrific guys and certainly like their kids. That's what's nice to hear. Both teams have very good young men and really enjoy coaching them.
Jacob Deibler will shoot the technical, an 81% free throw shooter. Chance to put his team up by 20 points in the Division II state championship game, and he doesn't get it. Might get this one.
Well, not the best of timing right there for a technical foul when you're trying to get it down to a manageable lead there to start the second half.
Now, Keith Snoddy's a competitive guy. He was an All-American quarterback at Youngstown State in 1979. That's when the Penguins were 14th in the AP poll in the entire country. So Keith knows what it's like to compete. Longtime assistant under Randy Montgomery at Triway. Randy went on to North Canton. 3 years ago, Keith was promoted to the top job. He said, nothing was broken in our program. All I had to do was keep it going. Well, he's done even a little better than that. This is the first time that Triway has been in a state championship game. Shot up, no good. Rebound to the Titans. Darius Wallace. Only guy on this team who hasn't played together since 4th or 5th grade. He moved in from Lorraine in the 7th grade. Foul from behind on Jacob Deibler.
And see, that's
he was
what happens.
behind the line. That'll be 3.
They just keep coming. They keep coming at you. Whether you make it down here and score or you miss it,
you better hurry back.
You better get back because they're going to come back at you. Sometimes you relax, you hit that nice three-point shot.
Thinking, and then was that nice?
Time you pat yourself on the back, they're already running past you.
Jacob Deibler at the line for 3.
Well, on this Upper Sandusky team, you just don't see many holes in the team. They've got a star scorer in Jon Deibler. They got the terrific point guard, the guy that runs the offense, and Jacob Deibler. Then you've got size. You've got big guys coming in right here off the bench. You've got other role players that can really shoot the basketball. Then you got the McKaylee boy who's tough, hard-nosed, can also create things for you. So, and that's why they're here. That's why they're undefeated.
Jacob with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Gets one of the 3. Seconds left here in the first half at Value City Arena. Jock Rotman inside gets the basket for Triway.
Nice finish right there. Something to build on here for the second half.
Last shot coming up for the Rams. They lead it by 19. Jacob Deibler, under 10 seconds. Jacob dumps it off. Shot up by Greg Kimmel is good. Greg Kimmel hits the three-pointer, and what a way to finish the first half.
Great shot right there. Jacob Deibler draws the defense, brings the defense to him and kind of leans in.
Let's go to Stephanie.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you have a very significant lead. Half this game is over. What are your thoughts?
We just got to come out, take care of the ball, hit our foul shots, because they'll make a run. They're a great ball club.
What are you going to tell these players that have to keep their head on straight?
We're focused, do what we've done all year, just focus.
Coach, thank you very much. Okay, guys, it's back to you.
All righty, Stephanie. It's a 22-point lead for the Upper Sandusky Rams, their biggest lead of the game, 53-31 at halftime of the Division II state championship game. Start of the third quarter, it is Upper Sandusky 53-31 for the Triway Titans. And Jay Burson, this game was tied at 10 When Link Rotman came up with his third personal foul, went out of the game. Since that time, it's a 43-21 run by the Rams.
Yeah, terrific play ever since then. And Link Rotman, he's certainly a big player for this basketball team. Need to keep him in here. 16 turnovers in the first half for Triway. And they're right back at it right here, Upper Sandusky, with a nice play inside. Here comes that pressure defense.
Biggest lead of the game, it's 24 points. Couple of guys actually in foul trouble. Greg McKaylee has 3 for the Rams. Keep an eye on him. England, Deibler with a couple, but Link Rotman, the key guy right now in this game with 4 personal fouls, and he's back out there right now with the basketball.
Well, and you can see that they wanted him to be the guy to be able to break down the defense right in the middle. Get it in the middle. Right there is what they wanted him to do all game. Those foul trouble has just made it a different basketball game thus far.
Ryan Whitmer with the basket. McKaylee puts up the jump shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Ram basketball. This is the way things went in the first half, Jay. Anything jump out at you that's extremely drastic here, like maybe three-pointers only for Triway?
Yeah, they like to shoot the three-pointers, and they've shot and made a lot this season, and Upper Sandusky forces you to change your play a little bit and take the ball to the basket more than those 16 turnovers. You just can't have 16 turnovers.
Jacob Deibler, a little short on the three-pointer. Whitmer with the rebound. McCartney puts it up off the glass and gets it.
This is a team, Upper Sandusky, that you just have to say you're not going to get many three-pointers, if any, and just attack them back. And don't settle for those.
Just take it right to the basket.
Just take it right to the basket every time.
Either get fouled, make it, go to the free throw line.
Exactly. Good hustle right there. You can see some renewed energy here with the Titans coming out in this second half. These are young men that we've talked about in the first half that aren't going to quit. They may be down 55-35 right now, but these guys have been behind before in this tournament. Maybe not quite this far, maybe not against a team quite this good, but certainly good young men and good competitors are going to come out here and give it everything they got.
Aaron Wetherell, number 24, checking into the game for Brock England for the Rams. Jacob Deibler, a great first half. 8 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Already has another assist here. Jon Deibler with a little turnaround jump shot.
Great play right there.
He has 16.
That's too good.
Rotman gets a little 10-footer, also kind of came down funny on his ankle, limping down the floor.
That's what he means to this team right here. A ball handler.
Out of bounds for the Rams, they hang on.
Well, you talked about Jacob Deibler in that first half, and all those kids out there listening to that all want to shoot the three and score. This is a guy that comes out, doesn't score very many points, gets 8 assists and 8 rebounds. He's a difference maker. He controls the tempo of this basketball game. Will score when need be, but not necessarily that's his best attribute. He probably could score more points if he wanted to, but is unselfish, gets everybody else involved in the game, and is a difference maker.
Link Rotman going out of the game, not because of the foul trouble, but because he hurt his ankle there on that basket. He is walking off the floor now and heading back toward the locker room. Just kind of hopping over on the sideline now, trying to loosen that thing up a little bit.
Yeah, they need him. We've seen that. You've seen from the stats and the runs that Upper Sandusky's been able to make with him off the floor.
His brother Jock has replaced him in the lineup, and Curtis Sevenoler is in the game right now for Upper Sandusky. They turn it over.
Well, I don't know if you have said this or not, but this is, he's coming back in right here. Looks like he feels a little bit better.
Had to walk it off a little bit.
Shake it off. He wanted a little bit of a breather.
Triway hot here to start the third quarter. They've made 4 consecutive field goals. That said, they're still down by 20.
Still want to force the tempo here, too. See, they'll give you back in there, make you make shots.
Darius Wallace puts it up. He's going to the free throw line for a couple.
Well, they've done a better job this half of being under control at the end of the press, taking it in there under control and taking the ball to the basket.
They've been very aggressive. The type of aggressiveness, really, Jay, that we haven't seen since maybe the first half of the first quarter.
Well, and I think you're right. I think what has happened is they just got a little bit uncomfortable, and that may be because of Link. They're used to having him in there. Some other guys are handling the ball in this pressure. What they've been able to do is settle down a little bit and now take the ball a little more under control to the basket. And you've seen they've made a couple baskets, and then they got themselves here to the free throw line.
Jason Lepore checks into the game for Rotman. Jacob Deibler dumps it off to John. He's fouled.
Again, penetration. When you can penetrate into the lane right here, A great job, under control. See how he's under control to avoid the charge. And a nice kickoff right there to the big guy.
You mentioned, too, the last play of the first half. He waited until the last second to throw that ball over to Greg Kimmel for Greg to hit the three. That left Greg so wide open because his man came over to help out. He did the same thing on that one, Jake.
Well, I've been more impressed by his playmaking this game and even the first game, and certainly had a good game. But what he's been able to do is take it to the next level, is where he gets guys wide open shots. A lot of guys can penetrate and get help, but he's able to look off players and get guys wide open looks like he did right there, and he did it at the end of the first half.
Ryan Whitmer in a little bit of trouble there, but got it to Link Rotman. Link over to Jamie Brenneman. There's Brenneman for three. Jamie Brenneman hits the three-pointer.
There's the momentum. There's the change.
Jamie has 9.
I think what they've done too on the defensive end in the first half, they're back now to full man-to-man defense. And they're not doing the trick defense, the zone.
Triway's cut the lead to 16. Small steps. It's the only way you're going to get back into this thing. They were down by 22 points at halftime. Wallace up, can't hit. Jon Deibler with the rebound.
But again, a little better under control.
That one goes against Darius Wallace.
Those in-between shots still are difficult, and that's why this is successful, the way they make you play.
If you're Triway, do you change anything here, Jay?
I think they're coming out and they're rolling the dice a little bit. Is what they're being able to do is they're coming out and playing now man-to-man defense, and they're going to say, hey, beat us. Show if you can beat us. And what Jacob Deibler's been able to do, again, is penetrate and find other men. There he is. There's his brother John. Penetrate in, look for help.
McKaylee misses the three. Rebound to Whitmer. 11-5. Triway has outscored Upper Sandusky here in the third quarter. Whitmer puts up the jump shot. Ryan Whitmer can't hit it. Rebound to Weaver. Ball loose. Whitmer picks it up. Brenneman with a pass inside.
Well, Triway certainly right now is playing to win and not to lose.
Yep.
They've come out right here in the second half like we talked about. We knew here's a play right here. Nice cut down the lane.
Jared Snell cutting to the basket.
These guys weren't going to go away.
Nope.
You're going to have to beat them. They're not going to go away and hide from you.
No, they're proving that right now. And here's something to think about. And the game was a little out of control at this point, but Thursday in Upper Sandusky's win over Dayton Dunbar, they gave up 37 points in the fourth quarter. They were up by 19. They won by only 5. It really didn't become a game, but still, 37 points they gave up in the fourth quarter of that game.
Well, this attacking style, when you're making shots and things are going good, you can certainly put numbers up. But if you start missing shots and guys penetrating and they've had some open looks, it makes it tough. There's another missed layup opportunity right there.
Lead's been cut to 15. Wallace inside. Out top to Brenneman, why not? Jamie Brenneman hits the three.
Get it inside first, make them guard you. You made a couple baskets, then look back out.
Brenneman has 12. Jon Deibler fouled before the shot. It's a 7-0 Triway run.
Right here, we look at it, inside out. The ball got kicked inside, they helped out, kick it back out for the nice open three-pointer. Big shot right there.
Well, they put up only 3 3-pointers in the entire first half, have put up 2 already, and made both of them here in the third quarter. McKaylee inside, he is fouled. That's going to go against Jared Snell.
Well, Brenneman made some big three-pointers in their win in the semis, and those are 2 big three-pointers right there to get them back in touch and have a chance to make a run here in the second half.
McKaylee at the free throw line has 14 points in the game. Also has 3 personal fouls. Greg 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 on threes today.
Yeah, he was in a little bit of a foul trouble there at the end of the first half himself, but again, a terrific athlete.
And he was outstanding in the semifinal win over Dunbar. 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists in 29 minutes. Rotman gets it across to Whitmer. Brenneman blocked. Jacob Deibler with the defense. Here comes McKaylee on the break. He has Brock England right side. Left side, it's Jon Deibler. Deibler up and in.
They know how to run the floor. Make choices, as the coach said.
Rotman ahead to McCartney. Jeff puts it up. Note. whistle, foul, and Jeff McCartney will go to the free throw line. Fouls on Curtis Siebenoller, number 50.
Both teams showing how you have to be under control there at the end of the fast break, taking the ball to the basket.
McCartney 2 of 2 from the free throw line today. He has 10 points. Cuts the lead to 14. It's as close as the Titans have been in a while.
They've cut into that lead 8 points here to start the second half.
It's been a terrific third quarter for Triway. Best they've played all game. Jeff McCartney hits both. They were down by 22 points at halftime, but with 3:35 to go in the third quarter, Triway's down by 13.
Association of Public School Employees, and by STAND. Stand up, speak out against tobacco.
The Triway Titans have come out and cut a 22-point halftime lead for the Upper Sandusky Rams down to just 13. Now it's still 13 points, but pretty good work by Triway.
There has no turnovers here to start the third quarter after having 16 in the first half.
Jon Deibler spins and hits it. Jon Deibler's having a terrific game. He has 20 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Brenneman on the move. Jamie Brenneman dumps it off. Snell with the shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Again, a lot better job finishing here at the end, and they have not been able, Upper Sandusky has not been able to get those turnovers or even the tempo the way they like it as well, because Triway's been able to get to the free throw line here and also make some baskets, which makes it tougher for them to run the basketball up and down the floor.
Jared Snell, a 6'1 junior. Had a couple of points and a couple of rebounds in the semifinal win over Columbus Linden McKinley.
When the whole county, they talk about this team, this Triway team is behind this team and how they've all come together and they play together for years. And they also feel like they have a good basketball system and a good basketball tradition that they're starting to build there.
Well, the folks in Wayne County, folks in Holmes County. Southern state championship win by Berlin High. And now representing coming in. I don't think anybody's left in Shreve. I mentioned that earlier. Look at our right, there are purple shirts absolutely everywhere. Rocking, decides he might as well shoot.
You see, he was a little bit hesitant on that. We didn't see that in the first half. Now,
the coach said Brock's not a great three-point shooter, but if he steps inside the arc, he's about a 55% field goal shooter. Should have stepped up a little bit there. Well, Jacob Deibler hits on that one.
If they can tighten the score up a little bit, then those role players see the...
Jeff McCartney trying to draw the foul. He did do that, but he wasn't able to convert the basket.
Almost a three-point play right there. Again, what he was able to do, they've been able to do this second half is now that it's changed, the quickness, the speed. Now it looks like Upper Sandusky, they're allowing them to run past them like he did right there and get himself fouled and have a chance for two.
Well, they don't look like the same two teams that played here in the second quarter, do they, Jay?
No, they don't. The Titans have come out here and have calmed themselves down and have been able to use the speed to get around them on the defense, but once they've got into the lane, to settle down and be able to take the ball to the basket strong.
If you're Keith Deibler, what do you tell the Rams right now?
Well, I think the same thing he's told them all year. We got to keep playing. We got to keep after him. Obviously, I think the Titans have upped their play somewhat.
Jon Deibler a little short on that one. Rebound to Jamie Brenneman. It's a 13-point lead for the Rams. Chance for the Titans to cut it to 11, maybe even 10. Brenneman, little 12-footer, doesn't get it. Good rebound inside by Snell. And Triway hangs on to the basketball. 2:09 to go in the third quarter.
The Triway has attacking them. They're coming right out, taking the ball, but no fear. And I think in the first half they were a little hesitant at time. They got in the lane and they didn't want to turn it over. Now they got nothing to lose is how they feel. I know their coach talked about that before.
Exactly.
We're here, we got nothing to lose.
They lost 6 seniors off last year's team. Really only 2 players back who played significant minutes last year for Triway. So they have been I don't want to say a Cinderella team because that's a little too trite, I think, Jay. They've worked too hard for that. But they were not expected to be here, that's for sure. Jon Deibler getting fancy, maybe a little too fancy. Traveling the call.
Well, if Triway can make this a game in the second half, as you know, there's a lot at line here, a state tournament game. Who can break that pressure? The Titans have proven that their ability to make plays down the stretch of games, make big free throws. Upper Sandusky really hasn't been tested in this tournament as much as the Titans.
McKaylee gets the turnover. Jon Deibler open behind the line. Can't hit it. England with the rebound. Brock puts it up. Nope. Ryan Whitmer grabs it for Triway.
A 3-on-1 right here.
Ryan Whitmer can't get it. Weaver with the rebound. Pass ahead to McKaylee. Flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it. He's going to the free throw line. Great opportunity there for Triway, Jay, and not able to convert.
Yep, up and down. You see right here. They're not going to slow down when they get it. They're not going to pull it back out. McKaylee takes the ball right to the basket.
Online for Upper Sandusky, number 20, Greg McKaylee, shooting 2.
It's been stuck right here on 13, the lead right here. I'm sure Triway wants to try to cut into this a little bit more going into the fourth quarter. Try to heighten the pressure a little bit on Upper Sandusky. When they look up there and they're only up 8 or 9 or 10, then makes the game a little bit more uncomfortable for them to play.
McKaylee has 16. Link Rotman puts it up, gets his own rebound. Link up and in.
Well, Link's been a big difference.
He has 7. It's a 12-point lead for the Rams.
They're not going away.
Closest this game has been since the early second quarter. McKaylee really forcing the issue. He's going back to the free throw line.
Well, and Coach Deibler talked about his offense and how many things there are in it. I see right now when it's getting a little bit tight, he's spreading the floor out with his 3 best players and kind of letting them go one-on-one.
Jon Deibler inside, fouled by Ryan Whitmer. This game was 25-15. Rams on top after the first quarter, and this is as close as it has been since then. Jon Deibler absolutely terrific today. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
Well, he's a tough matchup because he plays on the perimeter, but he also can play inside, so he can take smaller guys inside and bring bigger guys out and take them on the floor. He's a very difficult matchup with his size and quickness and ball handling ability.
He's also drawn 5 fouls today. Puts his team back up by 13. A minute to go here in the third quarter of the Division II state championship game. Jeff Phelps with Jay Burson at Value City Arena. Triway inside to Snell, blocked by Weaver.
Good help side defense, though. Another good look inside. They're taking the ball inside first, as you see it right here. Let's take it inside first. Then if you don't have it in there, then kick it back out maybe for the open 3-pointer.
Snell takes his seat. It's Wallace, Whitmer, Brenneman, McCartney, Link Rotman in the game right now for Triway. 3-pointer up and good by Jamie Brenneman. It's a 10-point game at Value City Arena. Turnover, Wallace up, no. Rebound Jon Deibler, and Wallace called for the foul. It was a 22-point lead at halftime. Jay, it's been cut to 10.
Great out-of-bounds play right there. And one of those sets we talked about that's difficult for them to be able to get into, but they are able to do that on out-of-bounds play and then a steal off the inbounds pass.
That's 4 personal fouls now on Darius Wallace. So 2 of the starters right now for the Triway Titans with 4 personal fouls. Link Rotman, Darius Wallace.
Well, and Wallace gives you that defense and that competitiveness, just that hard-nosed, tough competitor. Tough to see him go out. He's been a big part of this run.
Deibler at the line with 21. Misses. Brenneman with the rebound. Link Rotman has made a difference here in the third quarter, playing with 4 personal fouls. Handles the pressure well. Weaver on the floor here at midcourt. McKaylee with the rebound. Weaver still down. Miles Weaver up and hopping. He has a bad left foot.
Right in front of us, I didn't see what happened. They were trying to double team out here as usual, but
I think he rolled it. Here's McKaylee going to the basket.
They called him for traveling right there. That's one of those times, I know you talk about choices, but that's a 3-on-1 right there. That's one of those choices where you
make a different choice.
You got to pull it back out of there and try something different.
Miles Weaver, a 6'7" senior, is down, and he is hurting for certain here.
What a third quarter here for the Titans. Down 22 points at halftime to cut it to 10 right here with the ball. A chance to get it under 10 going into the fourth quarter.
Miles with 6 points and 6 rebounds. He had 13 points, 6 rebounds in the semifinal win over Dayton Dunbar. And he's a key part of this team. He's a 6'7" player who has outside skills.
Yes.
He's up putting a lot more weight on that foot than he was just a little bit ago, Jay.
Had a very nice game in the semifinals against Lennon where he was able to step out on the perimeter and knock down some big shots. And for them, hopefully that ankle is going to get better.
18.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And it's a 10-point game. Upper Sandusky, 67-57. Turnover is a big difference here in the third quarter. Sandusky has turned it over 6 times. Triway just twice. 26-14 in the third quarter. Triway outscoring the Rams. Chance to add to that right here. 10 seconds to go. Big trouble for McCartney. Loses it. Deibler picks it up. 3 seconds. Jacob Deibler puts up a shot off the glass. No. A great third quarter for the Triway Titans. Down by 22 points at halftime. They come back to cut it to 10 heading into the fourth quarter.
Lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking. And by Marathon Oil. Want to save on gas? Start shopping and start saving when you use the Marathon Platinum MasterCard.
This pep band cam brought to you by Sam Ash Music Stores. Fourth quarter just underway here at Value City Arena. And a quick foul on Jon Deibler. Triway has cut a 22-point halftime lead for the Upper Sandusky Rams. Down to 10 as we start the fourth quarter at 67-57.
And he's going to the line for 1 and 1. I'm telling you right now, the Titans are going to make Upper Sandusky earn it. We thought at halftime, and I think they may have, that they were going to run away with this thing. And
it sure looked that way, Jay.
we saw these young men in the semifinals not go away from Lyndon McKinley when they had them on the ropes. And again, this big third quarter, they came out under control. They hit 3 threes and only had 2 turnovers. And I think that's what the difference in this basketball game has been in the third quarter.
Rotman misses, but Ryan Whitmer gets the rebound. Whitmer to the basket. He's fouled by Jon Deibler. Jacob Deibler has 4 personal fouls. It's been a 7-2 run for Triway since Jacob picked up his 4th personal foul. A couple other guys to watch foul trouble-wise. McKaylee has 4 personal fouls for the Rams and for Triway. Whitmer has 4. Link Rotman has 4. And Wallace has 4.
But we talked a lot, I think, in the second quarter about how Upper Sandusky was getting in the lane, taking the basketball to the basket. We haven't said that much in the third quarter, and what we've seen is the Titans in the third quarter, and again here to start the fourth quarter, they're the ones attacking the basket.
23-14 run for the Triway Titans.
2 different halves.
It's an 8-point game here at Value City Arena.
The fans are into it.
Boy, who would have thought this at halftime? Brock England drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Can't let Brock England do that if you're Triway.
Yeah, nice play again, taking it to the basket right there.
Jeff McCartney right back, doesn't hit. Sebenola with the rebound. 10-point lead for the Rams. They're slowing it down. Jay, what is this?
And see, we said this is a little bit different. They're spreading the floor out, and they do this periodically, I think, with their, but this is not the style they're accustomed to either. Again, they need to get back to attacking the basket. That's what they do best.
This is a team that came in averaging 89.8 points a game. Over 100 points twice this season. Scored 111 on Fostoria. They scored 99 points 4 times this year, and they turned it over. Brenneman lays it up and in.
We got a ball game.
8-point lead for Upper Sandusky.
They got to steal. The Titans got to steal. That's what we're not supposed to do that and get the run out.
Jon Deibler drives, puts it up, gets it. Jon Deibler has 23. Lead back to 10. Darius Wallace underneath to Snell.
Finish at the end. Make them pay at the end. What they've done this half also is then when they get it across the half court, they're not pulling it back out. They're attacking the basket and making them pay for putting that pressure on. Again, the turnovers, not near the amount of turnovers for the Titans this half than in the first half.
Jared Snell has 3. It's an 8-point lead for Upper Sandusky. And the Rams really slowing it down. Jon Deibler at 6'6", puts up a 3-pointer, gets it. Jon Deibler has 26.
Again, a tough matchup. Shoots it right over top of the little guy.
Brenneman drives, lays it up, can't get the bounce. Greg McKaylee with the rebound. 5:45 to go in the Division II state championship game. Brock England, nobody on him. The lead's quickly back out to 13.
Now does Triway have the energy to finish this thing out? He expended so much energy there in the third quarter to get back in the game.
Link Roteman draws the foul. That goes against Brock England. Boy, Roteman has done a terrific job playing with 4 personal fouls, Jay.
He has, and he's the one that's, you can tell he's a leader, and the coach talked about him being the leader of this basketball team. The guy that is the glue, the guy that doesn't feel the pressure, and he handles the ball very well also, and under control and attack it. And then what they've been able to do is attack under control this half.
Upper Sandusky on a 9-4 scoring run over the last couple of minutes. Third quarter completely belonging to the Triway Titans, outscoring Upper Sandusky 26-14. Titans can't afford to miss free throws at this point.
No, they need to score anyway. There's still 5 minutes to go, but they need that momentum to continue.
Jacob Deibler playing with 4 personals. Tried to get it inside to McKaylee there.
Well, with Upper Sandusky scoring those points so easy in the first half and getting 53 points, they have not been able to get as many points and on a roll here in the second half and scoring near as many points. But you know they're going to keep coming at you. They're going to keep shooting the basketball.
Jon Deibler, 26 points. He's 10 of 15 from the field today. Over to Greg Kimmel, who's checked into the game, and he turns it over. Jamie Brenneman had it. Link Roteman on the move for Triway. There's Brenneman. Gets a 3.
Well, we mentioned, and I was a little bit concerned when we talked to the coach before the game about that junk defense.
Yep.
And I really don't think that worked real well. They've come out here, the Titans, in the second half and gone true, just flat out man-to-man, come beat us. And they certainly have played a lot better doing it.
Jamie Brenneman has 20. Jacob Deibler puts it up and in. He has 12. Ball out of bounds. 78-66. Upper Sandusky leads it by 12 with 4:43 to go here in the ball game.
Well, you don't mind that turnover as bad as maybe somebody just stripping it from you and getting an easy basket. They're looking ahead. They're trying to play. They're pushing the basketball. They're continuing to go at Upper Sandusky at the other end.
Deibler working against Wallace. Jon Deibler spins it in. Jon Deibler with 28.
He's still got a lot of energy. He's bouncing out there after he makes the shots.
He's 15. He better have energy, huh? Brenneman lays it up and in.
Again, at the end of the break, they've been able to find a way to get it to the right guy. I don't know what coach. You can see it right here, under control.
Jamie Brenneman.
Terrific.
Nice job by Jamie.
Got his body in on the defender. That's what you try to teach. Go at the defender right there. Get your body in on him, and then try to lay it off the glass. Terrific play.
Brenneman has 22 points, 16 of those points coming here in the second half. He has been absolutely terrific. Leading scorer for the Titans coming in, averaging 17.2 points a game, and had 24 points in the semifinal win over Lyndon McKinley. He's had a great tournament.
Well, and 4 big three-pointers here in the second half to help them get back in this game.
Good news for Triway. He's just a junior. Back out of the starting lineup, they lose just 2 seniors, Ryan Whitmer and Darius Wallace. 80-68 is our score, 4:26 to go. Stephanie, what do you have for us?
Thanks. I'm here with Ron Whitmer, Ryan Whitmer's father, number 4 for Triway. I understand that this team has done some out-of-basketball activity, and it's really brought them together. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, right around Christmas, they had a break in their schedule, about 12 or 14 games, and what they did was went on a trip to Niagara Falls, stayed for 3 nights. They got to go see Syracuse play a basketball game, and that really just seemed to bring them together as a team. They were already playing really well together, but that was just really a neat thing. I know they would go overnight to the coach's house and everything, and really, bond as a team there. But all year long, it hasn't been about one person. This team has just been so awesome. If it's one person one night, the next night it's somebody else. So it's happened through tournaments, and it's been great.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that closeness out on the court today. Thank you very much.
Very well.
Let's send it on back to Jeff and Jay.
Proud daddy there, Stephanie. His son Ryan, 13 points, 12 rebounds. 80-68. Upper Sandusky by 12 over Triway. Jon Deibler going back door. Doesn't get it the first time, but he gets it the second time. That's 30 for Jon Deibler.
Well, they want to spread the floor, let their good guards penetrate, and take it to the basket.
Jamie Brenneman flips it up. Doesn't get it, but he is going to the free throw line.
Again, another play going to the basket.
Have to be aggressive.
You have to be aggressive.
It's paid off here in the second half.
And what they're pretty much able to do, when we talked about that, is you either get a layup or you get it in at them and then get it back out for a three-pointer. No in-between shots. Let's get ourselves a layup or get open three-pointers after we've taken to the basket, and they've done a great job here in the second half.
Brenneman, 3 of 4 from the free throw line today. Make it 3 of 5. And it's out of bounds. 82-69. Rams have the lead.
By Columbus State Community College, education that works. Check us out at cscc.edu or call 614-287-5353. And by Advance Auto Parts. For the best parts, people, and price, we're ready in advance.
Right back at Value City Arena, and Link Rutman
Well, and there's
going
one of
up
those
and in for
sets.
Triway.
That's one of those plays that they like to run. They can get to those when we have those out of bounds. And another nice play inside, got it to him. Made a great spin move and got the basket.
Chance to cut it to 10 right now with 3:50 to go. Triway was down by 10 on Thursday with 5:29 left to go against Columbus Linden McKinley. They outscored Linden McKinley 16-5 to close out that game and advance to the championship game. They're down by 10 now with 3:50 to go in the game. And Link Rotman checks out with the 4 personal fouls. Jared Snell coming in.
Well,
and back on the game in the floor right now for the Upper Sandusky Rams, Miles Weaver. Bad ankle and all, Miles is back out there. Jacob Deibler to McKaylee. Passed up the three-pointer right there, Jake.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the Jon Deibler show right here. He has 9 points out of the 15 for the team here in the fourth quarter. Got 30 points overall. I think you're going to see him really try to get him the basketball.
Jacob drives and draws the foul. That goes against Jeff McCartney.
That's on the floor, so we've got a 1-and-1. But they've spread it, they've backed it out here a little bit, little different than what we've seen.
Jacob Deibler at the free throw line, not so hot today, 5 of 9, but he has 12 points in the game, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Also has those 4 personal fouls. Well, to Valparaiso next year.
Well, it's going to come down to some free throw shooting here if they want to hang on.
Make him 6 of 10 from the free throw line today. Lead back out to 11. Jacob Deibler gets both. He has 13. His team's up by 12.
And they backed out of their pressure a little bit here too and rack into more of a half court.
Titans go to Rotman. Down the lane and lays it in.
Get the ball in the middle. Got a little 2-1-2 kind of offense right there. Get it in the middle, take it to the basket.
Titans have made 6 out of their last 7 field goals. They're down by 10. McKaylee right down the lane, left hand, gets it.
Tough play right there.
Greg McKaylee has 18.
That's from playing in the summers. That's from being a good athlete, learning how to get the ball up quick.
McCartney against Deibler in a little bit of trouble. Gets it to Rotman. Link puts it up. Nice shot.
He's terrific right there in the middle. That's what happened without him in that second quarter.
Yep. 18,329 fans in attendance watching this Division II state championship game. Brock England inside. Doesn't get the bounce. Darius Wallace has the basketball. Darius playing with 4 fouls. Whistle. Jacob Deibler playing with 4 fouls. Who's out of the game? Jacob Deibler fouls out of his final basketball game, playing for his father.
Again, I can't say it enough. I feel like I'm talking, but again, they took the ball at him.
Yep.
Forced it when a good guy comes at you, you can't back down. You got to go right back at them and force them to guard the paint.
Jacob walking off the floor. a little chat with his dad right there. Dad, Keith, said they had a really nice moment today. For the first time, actually, during the entire tournament, talked about father and son being on the court together for all these years. Jacob played for his father for 3 years at Fostoria, and he said it was kind of he kind of got a little choked up on us, and it was a tender moment for him, and back to basketball shortly thereafter. These guys are all serious about it, but this morning they had a father-son moment.
Well, he talked about, I think his son realized, and he did, that this is going to be their last game, and last game together.
Upper Sandusky had been hitting free throws today, Jay.
Yeah, they sure have, and this is what's kept them in this basketball game. Again, they got a chance right here to knock it down to 8 points.
Darius Wallace makes it an 8-point game, 2:15 to go.
And their best ball handler is now off the floor.
And McKaylee handles the basketball. Gets it ahead to England, and he's fouled. Jamie Brenneman called on the foul. They are going to put the Rams at the free throw line and make them earn it at the stripe.
Right, try to get to steal out front, and when you don't, foul them as they get down inside or wherever they may be. We've seen the game change here in the fourth quarter, too, where now the Titans are the one that want the up-tempo. They're taking the ball. They're the one that are getting the steals, where the Rams have now pulled their defense back and also pulled the ball out.
England misses the first. Link Roteman playing in this game with 4 fouls since the 2:10 mark of the second quarter, but he has been out there the entire second half. He's done a terrific job staying out of foul trouble, handling the basketball and everything else, Jay.
Yeah, he has. And he's hung around. Another good rebound right there. They got to make free throws to finish this out.
They missed them both. They're up by 8, 2 minutes to go.
The Titans got that name for some reason. They keep coming back at you.
Remember the Titans.
That's right.
They're not going away. Roteman lays it up and in. It's a 6-point game. 1:47 to go.
Well, and Coach Snoddy talked about getting the ball in the middle and getting it to Roteman. Let him take it.
Closest it's been since 17-12 in the first quarter. Jon Deibler working against Wallace. 1:35 to play. Wetherell gets it back to Deibler. Jon Deibler to the basket. Lays it up. No. Rebound to Whitmer.
Let him change it.
Wallace off the glass and in. Darius Wallace off the glass, cuts it to 4. The Triway Titans, down 22 points at halftime, have cut it to 4 with 1:18 to go here at Value City Arena.
Confidence.
What a comeback.
That was a great play right there. He took it all the way, read the defense. I thought he was going to pull it back out, had the confidence to take it. What a competitor. We talked about him, known for his defense, but digs down. That's this team. He's all about what this team's all about, and talked about to the parents up in the stands. They're winners.
Look at this, Jay. Drives all the way across the lane, then puts it up.
He turned a layup into about a 15-footer, but hey, he got it done.
It went, didn't it?
It went in.
That's all you need. This has been an unbelievable comeback by the Triway Titans. Well, an unbelievable first half for the Rams of Upper Sandusky, an unbelievable second half for Triway.
Well, whatever happens now, the Rams have certainly felt the pressure.
Yep.
We saw in the first half, I saw some of the guys going out after some timeouts and smiling, having a good time, which is what you should have. But now they're going to play. They need to play.
86-82 our score. Upper Sandusky has 3 timeouts left, including a 30, for a grand total of 4. Triway 2 timeouts left.
Well, Triway's on an 8-0 run right here to get themselves in contention.
Well, just when you think they're out of the game, Jay, they're right back. They cut the lead a little bit earlier here in the fourth quarter. A good run by Upper Sandusky pushed that lead back out to double digits, and now it's close. McKaylee to Weaver. Wetherell
now the
is
Titans.
fouled.
The Titans are playing the Rams game.
Yep.
Now they're coming out and defending you, trying to turn the ball over. And now the Rams are a little bit hesitant. Now they got to go to the free throw line and make some shots.
At 86-82, we have a new Division II record for points by both teams in a game. And they're going to add to that here in the next minute and 8 seconds. You can bet on that. The old record, 163 points in 1976, and Aaron Wetherell misses the first.
Well, and Jon Deibler's been quiet here the last couple 3 minutes. He's got 30 points and had some big quarters, 9 in this quarter, but hasn't scored here in the last couple minutes.
Wetherell gets the second. 5-point lead for the Rams of Upper Sandusky. Whitmer. That's Link Rotman, puts it up, off the glass. No, Whitmer fighting for the rebound. So is Greg McKaylee. Possession arrow going back the other way.
Great competition right there. Both teams going after the basketball hard.
Austin Fote, number 20, checking into the game for the Triway Titans, along with Jared Snell, number 42. Couple of seniors. Head coach Keith Snoddy said, seniors in a game like this can surprise you.
Yeah,
they're the guys who rise to the top.
He talked about the bench needing to come up big for him. They're going to try to get the steal here quick. If they can't get it, they're going to foul.
Weaver fouled in the backcourt by Snell. Jared in there for that purpose. Get that foul, get out of the game. Whitmer and Wallace getting ready to come back in for Triway. Getting ready to come back in for the Rams, Brock England. Weaver, 0 for 2 from the free throw line today. 1 for 3.
Got to crawl over the front of the rim.
Yep.
Late in the game, you get a little tired. You got to make sure to remember to bend those knees a little bit longer, get it up in there.
Little leg power will get it 15 feet, won't it?
That's right. Big shot, big last couple free throws right there.
Weaver hobbled off the court a little bit earlier. Comes on to make 2 critical free throws. Lead is 7, 50 seconds to go. Rotman drives. Bounces off Deibler and throws the ball out of bounds. Intended for Jamie Brenneman. Ball goes back to the Rams. 5th turnover of the second half for Triway. A significant improvement on their work in the first half.
Yeah, and he's been able to take the ball to the basket again right there. Just got caught kind of in between. Wasn't able to do anything with it. Nice play, nice defensive play right there. But you're right, that's how we haven't seen that much here in the second half with that defensive pressure.
May look back at that as the make or break possession of the closing minutes of this game. It's a 7-point lead now with 42 seconds to go, and Upper Arlington has the ball. McKaylee fouled right away by Austin Fott.
Well, if Upper Sandusky can make their free throws, you may be right. It's going to be very difficult right now for the Titans to be able to come back if they can continue to make their free throws right here.
Upper Sandusky with a 7-point lead. McKaylee going to the free throw line.
Oh.
Gets the first. He's 3 of 5 from the line today.
They've gotten a couple rolls right here.
Keith Deibler's team trying to hang on. 40 seconds to go. They're up by 8. 4-0 run now. The Rams make it 5-0. Jeff McCartney with the ball. Goes over to Rotman. They need a 3. Darius Wallace a little short. Rebound by Weaver, and he's fouled.
It's going to be tough now. Wow, great run by the Titans.
Link Rotman picks up his 5th. 27 seconds to go. They are down by 9.
Well, think about Jacob Deibler over there on the bench getting that 5th foul. How hard would that be to watch the final game and not be able to contribute as good a player as he has been for this team all year?
He had 4 fouls at 2:10 to go in the second quarter, did Link Rotman. Just now picks up his 5th.
What a terrific game. A tale of 2 halves, as we've talked about. 2 very good, solid Division II basketball teams, and now you know why. We saw in the first half where Triway was taken out of their game a little bit, but certainly came back in the second half.
Grab your piece of basketball history, and boy, this is it. Log on to OhioNewsNow.com today and place your order for girls and or boys high school basketball championships, only from ONN, the Ohio News Network. Weaver just hit 2 free throws, but misses the first there. Both point guards fouling out of this game. Weaver misses both this time, and then he is called for the foul.
Well, you don't want that. If you're Upper Sandusky, you don't want that foul. You don't want to let them score with the clock stopped.
The point guards were absolutely terrific in this game. Jacob Deibler, Link Rotman, both playing great basketball before fouling out. 91-82. Triway's down by 9. Whitmer gets the first.
Well, one thing both these coaches, again, talked about was the quality of these young men and how they like being around them. And they talked about, and that's what it's all about. We've seen that today, how they compete and how they the character of these guys. And win or lose, have been a terrific basketball game and terrific young men.
Whitmer gets both. 14, 15 points and 13 rebounds for Ryan Whitmer. Jon Deibler gets fouled. Snell commits the foul. At the 1:18 mark, Triway was down by 4. Upper Sandusky's lead cut all the way down to 4 from 22 at halftime. But the Titans not able to get it any closer than that.
Well, you gotta
Keith
give them a lot
Snoddy's
of
team
credit.
down by 7 right now with 23 seconds to go.
Well, and the one thing Upper Sandusky does so well, too, is they do guard the perimeter so well with that defense that they play, so they don't allow you to not hit some threes. And I think a couple times here late, they were trying to maybe get a couple threes off and went away from attacking the basket, trying to get it back a little bit quicker, and that's what happens to you.
Jon Deibler has drawn 7 fouls in this game.
Yeah. Hey, sir.
He's been terrific. 30 points, 14 rebounds. 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Only 1 3-pointer today, though.
Well, and he got those 30 points, I think, pretty quiet. If you would ask me right now, and I didn't know, I would think he probably had 16 or 18 points. He's got 30 points, and as you point out, how many rebounds? 14 rebounds.
Great balance. 6 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second, 7 points in the third, and now 10 points here in the fourth quarter for Keith Deibler's son, Jon. Gets them both. 20 seconds to go. The lead is 9. Jamie Brenneman drives, puts it up off the glass, and gets it. Jamie Brenneman has 25. He's had a terrific game.
A terrific last couple games that we've seen here. Very good player, very under control, can shoot the 3.
There's our Grange Insurance most valuable player of the game. It is Jon Deibler from Upper Sandusky. Grange Insurance is proud to make a $500 donation in the name of Jon Deibler to the Upper Sandusky High School General Scholarship Fund. Jon has 32 points, 14 rebounds, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. He had a bunch of 3-pointers in the semifinal win over Dayton Dunbar. He was 7 of 13 on threes. Only 1 3-pointer today, but that sets a new tournament record for 3-pointers in the 2-game tournament.
Terrific basketball player. Again, inside, outside, 6'6", but handles the basketball better than most guards.
And Jay, he's a sophomore.
Can take you inside for the smaller player, but bring the bigger guys out on the floor. Has got those 32 points, I think, very quietly. A terrific game.
Has already verbally committed to Valparaiso. I can't help but think that a certain coach who calls this place home might be knocking on his door in the next 2 years, along with say Roy Williams at North Carolina, Mike Krzyzewski at Duke. Some pretty big-time guys might run after Jon Deibler.
Yeah, well, you have to think another inch on the frame and on the height, and then maybe 15, 20 pounds.
Yep.
Woo.
It's a monster.
Oh, big-time player.
2-game state record for scoring. 190 points is the record right now, set way back in 1956 by Middletown. Right now, Upper Sandusky has a chance to tie that record if they can get a couple of free throws right here. And they'll break the Division II record if they score 2 points. Lorraine Catholic scored 189 points in their 2 games. 95 points for Upper Sandusky over Dayton Dunbar. And right now they're sitting on 93 points against the Triway Titans. Keith Snoddy bringing out his couple of his seniors. Ryan Whitmer checks out of the game. He's been terrific. 15 points, 13 rebounds. Greg McKaylee at the free throw line. McKaylee has 20 points in the game.
Yeah, talk about a quiet 22.
It really has been a quiet 20. He was really hot early on.
Yeah, he was. But again, the style they play, they get up and down and get a lot of shots off.
McKaylee with 21. It was a 22-point lead for Upper Sandusky at halftime. Cut to 4 with 1:18 to go, but they hang on.
Great game.
Upper Sandusky goes undefeated. They run the table, Jay, 27-0. Third team since 1971 to finish undefeated in Division II or in AA. Keith Deibler and the Rams win the state championship in Division II. It's 94-86 over the gutty Triway Titans.